How do people play this? How does anyone play this awful mode? Have you guys been following what's going on in Dueling Book recently? So I made a video a couple weeks ago, or I guess 1 week ago now, about the custom card ability that they have added to Dueling Book, where anyone can make whatever custom cards they want. And I don't think I caused this at all. I think it's just this is a really fun thing for custom card creators. But there are so many of these. I mean, this has been out for 2 weeks, and there's 50,000 custom cards that have been made. I have no idea how much, there has to be like a limit for what Dueling Book can actually have a capacity for. For reference, if you go to no custom cards, there's only about 10,000 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! After the 20 years that it's been out, and that's including OCG cards. So in 2 weeks, custom card makers have made 5 times as many cards as Konami's made in 20 years. Now, of course, this is happening because like half these custom cards are just random garbage, but it's still pretty crazy. People are super excited for these custom cards, and I just don't get it. But one of the things that you can do on Dueling Book, and that you guys have like seen me probably on the live streams that we've been doing, you can actually play in these duel rooms with your custom cards. And I mean, there are a ton of people playing these. This is like I guess it's not more popular than the regular ranked mode, but there are so many people. If you want to play with your custom cards, you totally can. But what I find is that in these matches, like I'll just click on a random one here, they always have the most complicated game states. Yeah, perfect. So every time I click one of these, there are like 1,000 card effects going on. Like all of these cards have astrograph long like paragraphs in their text. There's so many different summoning mechanics. Very often I'll see boards that have like link monsters and fusions and rituals and exceeds. There's just so many crazy cards. And for reference, you guys can play anyone's custom cards. People can make them private, but in general, you can go out there and make anyone's custom cards. And I mention this because one of the things that I noticed when I was playing, when I was watching people play in those custom cards lobbies, is that there are a ton of like instant win cards. But more so than that, there's a ton of cards that are just like unaffected by card effects. So there's, let's see, 13 pages of 20 cards. That is a lot of cards that are unaffected by card effects, and that's obviously like something people like their cards to stick around, and that the only real way to out things like that is through kaijus. If you saw a clip at the beginning of the video, they're using this dumb card, which so you can just summon it if you have stuff in your deck. There's no way to verify that, of course. And obviously in that clip as well, what was funny is that you can enter the custom card matches with less than 40 cards in your deck. So he just had a 20 card deck. He always opened this card, and then it says all your monsters are unaffected by card effects and cannot be destroyed by battle. So good luck ever getting over this. Obviously you can kaiju it, you can tribute it with like Winged Dragon Raw Sphere mode, but in general, unless you go into those matches with an actual game plan of dealing with these types of cards, very oftentimes you just lose. There's like, what if we type in win? What comes up? There's, oh my gosh, these are just so bad, but jeez. But there's so many of these cards out here that are just instant wins. But in particular, I really hated the unaffected by card effects ones because I just felt that they were really silly. I just felt that they were poorly designed, and they just don't make it fun. They don't have the spirit of custom card creation, which I think that one of the problems with custom cards, that I've said time and time again, is that too many of them are just too powerful. So I did, and I went back and I played that guy, and I'll show you that clip as well, but I created a card that you guys can use because you can just, I mean, you can type in any card here, and I created a card to beat those dumb strategies. So the card is called Stop Making Stupid Cards, Please, and it's a Link 1 monster, and its effect is pretty straightforward. If this card is summoned while your opponent controls a monster that is unaffected by card effects, you win the duel. And this isn't a perfect card. There's like another card that Jonathan Moore showed me. It's like I don't even know if I can find it. It's a dog card though. There's probably a lot of dog. Oh, it's it's like the Exceeds monster. There's some dog card out there that lets you, it prevents your opponent from using instant win cards, and I think that that's sort of a cool idea as well. But I actually found, at least in my own viewing of these custom card duels, very often people don't actually have like instant win cards in their decks. They just have cards that like basically are just unkillable, which I think, oh, it's this one right here. So this card cannot be summoned at the start of the duel. Banish this card. Once this card is banished, this card cannot leave the banish zone. Negate the effects of any custom cards that automatically wins the duel, ignoring any effects or saying the card cannot be negated, stuff like that. So actually, if you had, this might actually prevent or chain to. Okay, so no, this doesn't actually cover what I was trying to cover. So, oh, this card. So it does work on things that are unaffected, but that's not, it doesn't negate that part of their effect. So technically, if you want to play in like a custom card matchup and you just want to play like a normal strategy, like you worked really hard on your custom cards and you just want to play a game without getting cheesed with these like overpowered cards, you can go out there and you can, you don't even have to play 3 decks, it doesn't matter, but you can play 1 copy of this thing, Toby Fox the Annoying Dog, and 1 copy of Stop Making Stupid Cards Please, and then you can prevent yourself from getting cheesed. And I think that this is a I think it's stupid that people have to do this, but I think people do have to do it because right now the custom card sort of community is, I mean, some people are making like cool creations. I think one cool thing that we found was like it was a pinata strategy, which is kind of cool. Maybe it was just called, yeah, there it is. So it's all these like pinata cards. They're not overpowered or anything. They're not even that good. But this is the kind of stuff, even if it's not like fantastic, it's the kind of stuff that actually makes me excited for custom card creators. The people that are making cards like this, and they are a little simplistic, and I understand that, but the people making cards like this aren't trying to just cheese wins, because the custom card lobby on Dueling Book isn't ranked. Like you don't get anything for ranking up in there. Like there's nothing. It's completely unranked, as it should be, obviously, because people just make cards say I win. But it just blows my mind that people are making these ridiculous cards just to play in this unranked mode that everyone else is trying to have fun in. So I guess the takeaway from this is that if you're someone that's making custom cards, please, for the love of all of Yu-Gi-Oh, do not make dumb cards that just instantly win the game. No one likes to play against those cards. It loses its charm after like 1 matchup, and it's extremely frustrating. Obviously, Dueling Book can't do anything to stop this because it's an unrated mode. Who really cares? And they are custom cards. You can make whatever you want, technically, but I think where custom cards really shine, and one of the things that I've noticed from these custom card matchups, at least some of them, people are making interesting and unique archetypes, sometimes new archetypes, sometimes they're giving old support to, or new support to older archetypes. One that I found that was really cool was someone made a whole bunch of really cool alien cards to play with the alien monsters that are already out there. But in general, I think most people aren't abusing the system, because the system, like, why would you abuse a system where you just get nothing from winning it? But people just like to troll. People like to sort of make fun of other custom card creators, so that's what they do. And not that I'm like a huge supporter of the custom card community. I'm not like the figurehead of custom cards. I think having a card like this in Dueling Book is really important if you're going to be playing in the custom card matchups, because if you're playing in those and you actually care about winning, I guess, and you just want to have fun with your own strategy but not get ruined by these cheese strategies like the one that I played against, having 1 copy of this can sort of out-cheese those dumb strategies. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say in today's video. Enjoy the clip of me sort of roasting the heck out of the guy that I lost to originally, the guy that originally inspired me to make this card in the first place. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Make sure you make good custom cards and not bad ones. Goodbye. Oh! Alright, let's see if he opens that broken combo this game, huh? Ho ho ho! Normal summoning Brahma the Creator. All your monsters are unaffected by card effects. Huh. That is, that's quite interesting, if I do say so myself. Wait a second, can this just equip, Alright. Just normal summon that bad boy. And then make a link monster. Alright. GG, bro. Or is this supposed to be like written as a continuous effect? Which is like the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Admit defeat. Honest 1, 2, 3, 4. Admit. Do it. I just want that sweet admit defeat. Thanks.